Yeah, once again, welcome to the another series of learning how to use Vray for Revit. That is application of Vray for Revit. So we will start with the materials compositing this time, and these are what you're going to learn. You're going to learn wall paints, emulsion, which is sometimes called matte, and then gloss, which is sometimes called satin. And you will learn how to tweak in between those wall paints uh, according to your choice of use. So you will also learn about physical based rendering, that is PBR materials. So these are materials extracted from the physical world, like a wall that has been painted already, are made into materials, are made into bitmaps, which you can use or apply in your rendering to give it more physical, realistic outlook. And then you will learn other finishes like metals, how to tweak metals, how to tweak your glass, plastic, and so on and so forth that you might probably need to apply in your V-Ray rendering. And then V-Ray 4 grass, V-Ray 4, 4. And the one we are going to put us through here will be on grass. So, welcome once again, and let's slide into taking you through all this. Yeah, welcome again. We'll be going into the details now of material compositing. This is where I will introduce you to Vray Asset Editor. This is your asset editor. Previously, I have some materials here, and then I'm going to open here because I have my Vray 5 materials loaded in already. And as I have said earlier, I am using Vray 6, so but loaded Vray 5 material into it. So if you want to know how to do that, watch the previous tutorial. And I'll be starting here with wall material. So I will go to wall paint, and then I want to just use two materials for the modeling. As you can see here, I have white here and I have gray here. This is gray, but because it is at a consistent color, that is why it looks more darker. So, and I will drag this. You press your left click and drag it and drop it here. So you have it here. Open this swatch. So you have it here. Now, if you want to do a white matte material is what we usually call emulsion. Currently, you can see white is written here, but currently, as you can see, this is not really white, it is still gray. So you drag it down, you can easily drag it back a bit so that it will at least have a tint of gray. So for emulsion, what we call matte, you come to this reflection. You can leave it like this, it's okay. But once you increase this reflection color, you see that there is a bit of reflection grooming here. So this reflection will turn it into satin, what we normally call gloss. And you can go to coat and add a little bit of coat to it by typing 0.125. So that is just the difference between matte and then satin, which is called gloss, emulsion and gloss. So but if you want to leave it at matte, assuming you want to use matte, I will just remove this. That means emulsion. I will go back to coat and remove this. So let's leave it at matte. So that is for white material. If I wanted to use smoked material for my wall, so let me drag this and drop it here. This yellow material also works like how I have explained the white material. So, and then you can increase it if you want it to be more lighter. Now, we'll delete it. I'm looking for a material that has smoke, a wall material that has smoke. Yeah, this one has smoke, but it is bumpy. It's a bumpy material. The reason why it's a bumpy material is that it looks like text coat material. So, and I don't want a text coat material, but I need this second texture B, which is smoked. As you can see, smoke. You can see some traces of smoke here. So I will just copy it. I will right click, copy. Now, this my white material, I can duplicate it. So I have it duplicated here. So if I want to make it a smoked white, I will just right click here and paste as a copy. So then I will go into this swatch. So then I will have this. So it's still white, but it's a smoked white. So or better still, let me clear this off. Clear. I can add color and make it white. Go back, then right click, click on wrap, mix operator, and then this second swatch, I will paste that my smoke there, paste as a copy, then change this and then to multiply. So coming back, so it sets like that. Now it depends on whether I want to also make it satin or glossy. So currently it's at matte or emulsion. So I can just leave it like this or increase the reflection and add a tint of coat, a bit of coat, 0.125. Then to make it satin or glossy smoked white. I can also do that for any other color which I want to use. Let's try it on this color too. So now I can copy this color first, then click here, do color and paste it here. And so once I paste it there, I'll go back, then wrap in, mix operator, and go back here to copy the smoke setting. Not that we cannot apply the smoke on our own, but I just love the ready-made setting that is here, 0.512, 0.20. So then go back to the yellow and click and paste it here as a copy, then click multiply, then go back. So we'll have a smoked yellow. Now here, you can change this color by clicking here. You can choose your variety of color. Meanwhile, whenever you want to change color, the first thing to do is to change this to 0 to 255. Then you can pick your color. And so also one thing I do is that I use Revit materials to judge the kind of material we choose in Vray for my wall. So I come here, I go here, I go to wall paint, like, you know, we have beach here, can just come to this beach, click on it. So I will copy this RBG 231 214 170. I will write it somewhere if I want to use this beach in my Vray. So 231 214 172. Meanwhile, I won't apply and click OK because it will change the material settings I have there already. So I will just close. This is just the information I need, 231 214 172. Then I'll go back to my Vray, open my color swatch, 231 217, 214 117. So that is that. Now what I can just do is that I can move it around a little bit based on how much I want it to make it look more darker or look more light off, yet still darker. So you can close and come back. And that is that. That is that. So now I think that is all you need to know about wall. So now I will come to another thing, about changing your wall from matte, using smoked, using satin. So now another thing material I want also, you see this particular material, I will drag it and drop it down here. I love this material so much. Stucco. Some people call it tyrolean. The only thing I will do here, this is it. I will do here is just go to bump. I can leave it like this. You see it has the roughness. I can leave it like this. Meanwhile, for this project, we'll just leave it like this. And then if I want to increase its bump, let me just write 1 here. I want to make it more rough. I want to make it more rough, as you can see. Increasing it to 1 makes it more rough. Then if I don't want it rough, I will change it to 0.1. Then go back to, if I want it more darker, I will just bring this swatch back a little bit. So I'll keep bringing it back to make it more darker. As you can see, it gets more dark now. So you see, it gets more darker. So that is that for that on stucco. And you can see we have a lot of variety here. It's just the same process. If you want to use this, if you want it to look more rough, as you're seeing it like this, then you increase its bump. So we have different types of stucco. In fact, stucco, we have much stucco here in Vray for Revit material than any other material. So, and that is that. Now, what we'll move into now is PBR. PBR. Though I don't need this, I won't use this yellow, nor use this white or this in my final rendering. So let me delete this. Let me delete this. Let me delete this to create more space. So, PBR. Let's go to how to. But if you want to download PBR materials, you can go to this website, ABNCG category. You can see a lot of PBR. PBR is a physical based material, and it's materials that are extract from physical, from what is real, from reality. You can come here to CG book base. If you want any category, you can drop down metal, plants, and so on and so forth, tiles. You can click and then go. So also share textures. You can come to share textures. So you have your categories here too. You can choose any. Most times I download from this floor because they have a lot of marble materials here. This is where I majorly have my marble materials. So that is that for that. So if let's try and do a paver. So if you want to do a PBR material, you come here to materials, generic. So then you go to this swatch, bitmap. Locate where you downloaded your PBR materials. Locate. So this is where I usually store my materials. So I want to do a paver or interlock materials. So I'm going to go to these stones. I store it here. And I think I want to use, okay, let me search for it. Readily the one I want to use. Stones. Not this. Let me check this. Not this. Let me check this. Not this. Not this. Yeah, this is the one I want to use. So paving stone 081. So I'll scroll. So these are my maps. The first thing I will choose here is the color. It can be called diffuse because I'm going to put it into my diffuse swatch. It can be called diffuse, and then it can be called color or base color. So I'm going to click on it. So go back, then right click, wrapping, mix operator. Then after mix operator, I will come to this texture B, click bitmap. Then ambient occlusion. You know, some other places they might just write AO. It is ambient occlusion. Find it. So once this has come in, then I will just click on multiply. So go back, come into my reflection. I will come here because the reflection map I have for this is roughness. So I will look for roughness here. This is roughness. Now I'll go back. I'll just change the surface control to use roughness. Okay, let's go back here. I mean to the diffuse swatch. I think I make mistake in this texture B. Okay, I have to change this to none. So changing it to none will reduce its effect. So here, then I will have to go to bump, change this to normal map, then click here, bitmap. So as for this, I will use this normal DX. This one is for Vray. Don't use this. I downloaded this material from Ambient CG under these paving stones. So this is what you usually get to normals from there, but this one is for Vray. This one is for other rendering engines. So use this. Then your normal, change it to 0.1. To 0.1. Now the last of it is geometries, displacement. So you rename, let's say PS, that is paving stones 081. So let's rename this to paving stone 081. So once we have it like this, let's go back to this PS 081. We open here, bitmap. So displacement. This displacement in other places, it can also be called height map. As you can see, it is written displacement, but other places you can call height map. So they are the same thing. And in other places, this roughness, you can have specular. Specular works like glossiness, or they can call it is either specular or glossiness in the case of roughness. So some map, you will see they will have roughness, they will have specular, they will have glossiness. You can switch, you can choose it between the one you have, if it is a roughness or specular or glossiness. So then let's choose our displacement map. I'll change this to none to reduce its effect. So here I will change it to 0.1, and I'll click on keep continuity. So this is how to set our PBR material, physically based rendering material. So that is that. This is where we'll stop. We'll continue in the next tutorial. Thank you. See you in the next tutorial, where we will discuss how to use this material and how to create further materials. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for learning today's tutorial. Thanks for learning so far. Thanks for your patience and then your learning, and then we'll see you in the next tutorial series. So don't forget, join, like, and follow us. These are our social handles. And God bless. See you in the next tutorial series.